I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can.
What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom to you, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Now, I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Jack. Thank you so much for the PayPal, Jack. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to be starting out with this first video. Charter flight departs with 300 South Koreans after Georgia ICE raid. They're going to be getting those illegals out of here, but it's not a deportation, I guess. Then we got video titled U.S. marks 24 years since 9/11 day terror attacks. Then we got, well, that's a doubly. The second video is going to be Trump vows to never forget 9/11 day, continue to honor American heroes. Like I said, it's a doubly. We're going to play that back to back. Then we got video titled Trump pledges vicious response to tribute to murdered refugee, whatever her name is. I don't know how to say her name. I'm not going to try, but the woman that was stabbed on the train, he has a message about all of that. High school shooting suspect identified by multiple law enforcement sources. This is about the school shooting that happened yesterday, but we didn't hear a whole lot about it because of what happened in Charlie Kirk. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Cerebrus, and it's titled Proof the Earth is Not Flat. Then getting back in the news, we got video titled HBCU Threats, Multiple Universities on Lockdown. They're going to talk about 5 universities on lockdown, but there's more than that. Certain universities are on lockdown, other ones just canceled today. Some of them canceled today and tomorrow. They say it's because of threats, but I think it's the fact that they haven't caught who shot Charlie Kirk, that they're still on the run. Last we heard yesterday on the live was Cash Patel saying that they had a second suspect or whatever. The first guy, the old bald white dude, he was not the guy. Then Cash thought they had the guy, but then last night they said that wasn't the guy either. Now they got some college age kid out there they're saying is probably that guy, and I don't know if we'll ever figure it out. But either way, yes, getting into that. Let me see what is up after that. Then we got no evidence shooting suspect was Charlie Kirk supporter celebrating. That's a shitty ass title, but what that video is going to be talking about, they're going to be talking about the guy that said that. We actually covered that video at the beginning yesterday. His name is Matthew Dowd. He was fired because of saying that shit, which I don't know. It's not enough, but at least he was fired. They're also going to be giving us some updates, more details on the whole Charlie Kirk situation. Then we got a video titled "To My Great Fellow Americans." This is a video from President Trump about Charlie Kirk that he put out last night. Then we got a video, FBI offering $100,000 doll hair reward for the person of interest in Charlie Kirk's shooting death. And then the fourth video, Representative Nancy Mace claims you'll be murdered by a pro-shapeshifter person if you speak out against them. We're going to play all four of those videos back to back. All has to do with Charlie Kirk. Then we got a video titled Dallas Motel Beheading. Victim was running for his life before suspect killed him, this witness says. It's a pretty crazy story. I'm not sure exactly when it happened. I don't know. It's a very crazy story. But then, last little bit of the news is Lefty's losing it, and today it's titled The Left is Celebrating Charlie Kirk's Murder. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the advent calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Cockchua. Then our official funny video of the day was provided by Sly Dog, and that one's titled It Was Still Pretty Funny. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Turbo? What's up, Jay Spray? What's up, Guessum? What's up, Kendall? What's up, Damsel? What's up, Snooks? And what's up, Russell? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. Russell, you were first today. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Elder Zoomer, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing to the chat there, Elder Zoomer. What's up, Beck Frank? Happy freedom. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Free the Texan? What's up, Ramsey? What's up, All Rise? What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom. What's up, Spicy K? Guess I'm your omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Colty? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Goth? Happy freedom. What's up, Major? What's up, Giggling Spy? Happy freedom to you guys. Let me see. What's up, Tony Brez? Happy freedom. Guess I'm beheading wasn't illegal. I don't know if it's illegal. I didn't even think about that. I should look it up. What's up, Doomsday? Happy freedom. You hooligans, hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom. What's up, Master Voltaire? Happy freedom to you. Snooks, happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? The chat is weird today. I don't know. I'm going to have to mess with this. But either way, Mr. Satan, you were first over here. What's up, Cheeky Chops? What's up, Tube Steak? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Teasel? What's up, Joe? Happy freedom. What's up, Sassy Patriot? What's up, Manum? What's up, Scott? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Mike Engel? What's up, Toy Mafia? Happy freedom. What's up, John Gray? What's up? What is it? Is it Chia? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Montag? What's up, Anna Kims? Happy freedom, you hooligans. You guys are welcome. Hit that like button as well. And what is up, everyone over on X? What's up, Wayward? Happy freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to get into this. Like I said, charter flight departs with 300 South Koreans after Georgia ICE raid. We're going to start with something easy here because, like I said, got a lot of crazy stories coming up today. Come on, man. There we go. Now, I'm a little disappointed that this isn't a deportation flight, but getting the illegals out of the country is all that matters. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we've made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the Hooligan 2A t-shirt, We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. We dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
All right, we are following some breaking news and update that we've been following for you out of Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. We are taking a live look right now at that chartered flight from South Korea. It is getting ready to leave Atlanta, taking home more than 300 South Korean nationals who were detained last week during an immigration raid at Hyundai's mega plant near Savannah. We know that that deal was worked out with the U.S. and South Korea to have those people to return home via this chartered plane voluntarily instead of facing deportation. We see the takeoff starting right here.
Okay, like I said, starting off with something simple here. It's not deportation, but they are getting out 300 of these South Korean illegals that ain't supposed to be here. Now, it makes me wonder what's going to happen with the rest, because when they raided that Hyundai plant that they were all working at, they arrested 475 illegals. So where's the other 175? Are they waiting for their flight, or did they not want to go peacefully and now they're going to have to be deported? I wonder. Either way, next up we have U.S. marks 24 years since 9/11 day terror attack. I'm doing my best to not get a blue banner over on YouTube, but it may be too late. And then, like I said before, this is a doubly. The second video is Trump vows to never forget the 9/11 day, continue to honor American heroes. Obviously, all of that has to do with what happened 24 years ago today. We're going to play those back to back, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these 300 South Koreans getting flown back home after being busted at that Hyundai plant that they were arrested at. Guess I'm the guy chopping heads. Kobos, is that how you say his name? Is being held without bond on capital murder. Yep. You're right, guess him. I don't want to say it in front of everybody because we still got to cover the video. Russell, sometimes you just lose your head. I mean, it happens. Guess we all need to type 911 on our phones as a tribute. I don't know what people would think. Is that wasting police resources, or is it remembrance? What's up, Jay Spray? Happy freedom to you. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. What's up, Shane? What's up, E-Rock? What's up, Deborah? Happy freedom. Deborah, ship them out. Yep, that's right. Ghostly, the other ones were Mexicans, so they probably didn't want to go to South Korea. What's up, Nana? Happy freedom. The chat's not working right. You might need to refresh. What's up, Elisa? Happy freedom. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jesus people? Happy freedom. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Shroomish? Shroomish, the guy who beheaded someone was illegal, or the executioner was illegal? You mean the victim? I don't know. I got to look into it because I didn't think about them being illegal. I was trying to get details. I had to Google some stuff because I don't know. I had questions, and so we'll get to it. Don't you worry. Tommy Crusher, happy freedom. I love that they're self-deporting. Yeah. I mean, I don't care how they go as long as they go. Done. Did you know that pressing the power button 5 times on Android will call the police after a 30-second timer? No, I've never heard that before. What's up, Crispy? Happy freedom. Tony Rich, why are you screaming my name? Screaming at me. What's up, Shane? Happy freedom. Absolutely, John. What's up, Kilgar? Happy freedom. Liberty Land, happy freedom to you. God bless the family of Charlie Kirk. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Jim? What's up, Odd? Happy freedom. What's up, Donnie Brooklyn? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, they got Charlie Kirk all over the news, but they still haven't busted the guy that did the shooting. I don't know. I'm really sick of covering terrible things on the live and then never having answers at the end. It sucks. It sucks a lot. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we're gonna play it doubly. It starts off with U.S. marks 24 years since 9/11 terror attack, And then the second video is Trump vows to never forget. 911 Day, continue to honor American heroes. They're going to play a little bit of Trump speaking in that first video, but it's not much. So that's why we're going to play the second video along with it. Now, these guys went and got their blue banner here from the Goof Tube. You can see it at the bottom of the video there. I am trying to avoid that, but it may be too late considering what the title is. Either way, like I said, we're going to play this back to back. U.S. marks 24 years since 9/11 terror attack. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
A bell tolled, marking the moment the first plane crashed into the World Trade Center 24 years ago today. Mournful bagpipes followed, and then the traditional reading of the names of the victims of the largest terror attack on American soil.
Michael F. Camerata.
Family members of those lost that day renewed their vow to keep their memories alive.
They simply went to work one day and never came home, and we must always remember them.
At the Pentagon, President Trump and the First Lady took part in a moment of silence for the 184 people killed there.
First Lady and I unite with you in sorrow. And today, as one nation, we renew our sacred vow that we will never forget September 11th, 2001.
And a ceremony was held in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, in memory of the passengers and crew killed aboard United Flight 93. In addition to the lives lost on that tragic day, there's also a focus on the hundreds of first responders who have since died from 9/11 related illnesses.
We still have more people sick, and we're seeing illnesses and cancers that we had never seen before.
Yesterday, the FDNY World Trade Center Memorial Wall added the names of another 39 members, a number that's sadly expected to grow. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
All right, like I said, we're going to play a doubly. So we got the second video here. President Trump speaking. It's obviously not the whole thing, but just a little clip here. A little less than 2 minutes. All right, hooligans, let's get into this. Once again, this is titled Trump Vows to Never Forget. 911 Day, continue to honor American heroes.
Exactly 6 decades later, on September 11th, 2001, those same walls built with the sweat and muscle, blood of our parents and grandparents were scarred by flame and shaken by terror as our country came face to face with pure evil. On that fateful day, savage monsters attacked the very symbols of our civilization. Yet here in Virginia and in New York and in the skies over Pennsylvania, Americans did not hesitate. They stood on their feet and they showed the world that we will never yield, we will never bend, we will never give up, and our great American flag will never, ever fail. That terrible morning 24 years ago, time itself stood still. The laughter of school children fell silent. The rush of our traffic came to an absolute halt. And for 2,977 innocent souls and their families, the entire world came crashing down so suddenly. In the quarter of a century since those acts of mass murder, 9/11 family members have felt the weight of missed birthdays and empty bedrooms, journals left unfinished and dreams left unfulfilled. To every member that still feels a void every day of your lives, the First Lady and I unite with you in sorrow. And today, as one nation, we renew our sacred vow that we will never forget September 11th, 2001.
All right, President Trump there speaking from earlier today. He was speaking from the Pentagon, I believe it was. They're saying it's been 24 years since 9/11 Day. It was the largest attack on U.S. soil. 184 Americans were killed. President Trump speaking from the Pentagon there. They mention that there was related illnesses, which I'd never heard that before. I didn't realize that people were getting cancer and stuff from all the debris from, everything that happened that day. Apparently, they're adding names to the World Trade Center memorial of the first responders that have passed away from those illnesses, which is, it's pretty cool that they're doing that, but it's crazy because I didn't realize any of that was going on, right? 24 years of this happening and just over my head, I just did not realize that was a thing. So that's really crazy there. Next up, Trump pledges vicious response in tribute to murdered refugee. Talking about the woman that was stabbed to death on the train there. It's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about all this 9/11 Day stuff. Russell, I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing 24 years ago. Yeah, me too. Me too. I was in 7th grade. I was in homeroom when it happened. Turbo, you were at school too? Yeah. What's up, Simply Witchy? Happy Freedom. What's up, Cass? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Mandy Mary? Happy Freedom. Shroomish, a lot of those people have had to sue to get medical help. It's a shame. Yeah, Shroomish. That doesn't surprise me. That's how it goes. Free the Texan, I was a freshman in history class. Yeah, it's crazy. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy Freedom. What's up, Nana? Happy Freedom to you, if I can get you all ready. Major, what happened in Dallas today? It was a shapeshifter. Sorry, still at work. No. In Dallas, there was a beheading. It may be related to illegals, or at least the guy with the machete might have been an illegal. I have to look into it still. Yeah. But as far as I know, there wasn't any shapeshifters involved in that. It's coming up near the end. Deborah from the Debris and Trauma. Yeah. Thanks so much, Elder Zoomer, for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're badass, Elder Zoomer. Thank you so much. Patriot Dad, I still remember what I was doing. I saw the whole thing unfold. I saw one plane fly over that day with an escort. Never forget. Yeah, Patriot Dad. Common Crusher, that cop had a fully sideways mouth. He did. I don't know what was going on there, but it was unique. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy Freedom. Patriot Dad, yeah. I wish I could stop seeing it in my head. I'm tired of, I don't know. I don't want to relive it. I don't want to keep going through it, but that's how it feels. And if you go, especially on X, if you're on X, like you basically can't be on there today without seeing it. Jay Spray, I was a senior in high school. Sad day. Yeah, absolutely. Russell, 24 years ago today, I decided to get back in the Army to kick some ass. Yeah, Russell. I hear you. Cast stay off of X. Yeah. That's all you see is Charlie Kirk over and over again. I've seen it from like 10 angles at this point. I just don't want to see it anymore. At this point, like if I'm watching news clips, and it'll probably happen later in the live, they'll show an image of Charlie sitting there in the tent, and I get anxiety like I'm about to watch him die again. And it's like they're just showing a clip, like just being like, moments before or blah, blah, blah. And like they're not going to show the shooting, but I get so much anxiety that they're going to because I've seen it so much. Killer J, how's the bug bite? It's not doing anything. I keep taking these pills, but it's not getting better. It's not getting worse, but it doesn't seem like it's getting better. Happy Freedom to you, Killer J. What's up, Guess Who? Happy Freedom. Guess Who? Oh, Pete Davidson. Yeah, his dad was killed. Was his dad a firefighter or a first responder or something like that? What's up, Visions? Happy Freedom. Visions, thank you, Russell. You're officially a badass. Yep, Russell is a badass. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy Freedom. What's up, Salty Ginger? Happy Freedom to you. Salty Ginger, I don't think there's a 911 day greeting, especially because everybody feels so different about it. Some people have lost loved ones and they just take it for whatever they heard. And then some people believe in all the conspiracies and stuff. And then when you get these two people together, they offend each other. And then, well, then nobody's happy. And so I don't think there's a greeting for it. I appreciate you stopping in, Salty Ginger. What's up, Utters? Happy Freedom. Visions, I'll check it after the live. Thank you for letting me know. What's up, Rock? Happy Freedom. Tallow cream. I'm trying to think. Somebody was there. There's a couple of people who was telling me to get like Pib ointment or something. I don't know. I got a link pulled up. I got to see if this antibiotic works. If it don't work, then I'll have to get creative. John Smith, at first I had to see it. Now I can't unwatch it. Or I can't watch it. Yeah. I've seen a lot of death. Like a lot. And so as soon as I saw it, I knew what was going on. I don't know. It was sucky because I was trying to tell everybody about it, and we started the whole live with everybody calling me a fucking liar because it wasn't widely known that he had passed yet. So the people were being fucking awful in the chat at the beginning until we played the first clip saying, yeah, he's not with us anymore, and then everybody started calming down. It's like, I hate that. Like, get all mad. There ain't no reason to get mad. We're all trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Get all mad at me about it. What's up, Wokeponymous? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, 1776? Happy Freedom to you. Yeah, Ghostly. Yeah, I could tell by the way his body seized up that it was all over with. 10 Man, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy story. We're gonna get in that near the end with the whole beheading thing. We're gonna move forward here. Like I said, Trump pledges vicious response in tribute to murdered refugee. Talking about the train murder situation that happened there. You can see it in Trump's face. He's not playing around. He's not happy with this. Either way, before we get into this really quick, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chat on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get into this. Like I said, this is President Trump. He put a video out talking about the woman that was stabbed to death on the train there. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
For far too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people. Really very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists, and they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it. And this is a picture of the woman, a beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country. We have to respond with force and strength. We have to be vicious just like they are. It's the only thing they understand.
I think that was kind of an interesting message at the end there, saying we need to be as vicious as they are because that's all they understand. I think with the way everybody's feeling right now about Charlie Kirk and all of that, I think people really do want to be vicious and stuff. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure President Trump wasn't really trying to do a call to action there. I'm sure he was trying to say, like, it's time to get serious about stuff. But people are on fire today, so I don't know if that's the right choice of words, in my opinion. Either way, next up we got Colorado high school shooting suspect identified by multiple law enforcement sources. There was a school shooting yesterday in Colorado, but it got eclipsed by everything that happened with Charlie Kirk and that whole situation there. Fortunately, the 2 students that were shot are expected to survive, from what I understand. One of them's not even in the hospital anymore. The shooter was the only one that kicked the bucket. So, I mean, in this situation, the problem kind of solved itself. But it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump speaking out for that woman that was stabbed to death on the train there. Also, I'm looking up details about the Dallas beheading situation, trying to figure out if the guy was illegal and all that kind of stuff. I'm finding more details that I didn't realize the situation was a lot dumber than I already thought it was. But we'll be getting into that story later. Either way, we're going to hop in the chat real quick. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom. Hair Juicer. We covered a story about 300 illegals from South Korea getting shipped back home after they were busted at the Hyundai dealer, or not dealership, but the Hyundai factory in Georgia. We talked about 911 Day, and President Trump was just speaking up for the woman that was stabbed to death on the train. And next up, we got the Colorado high school shooting. Matt Rogers, I just got home from town. I went to 2 stores, a lot less people out and about, and those that were very somber. Yeah, Matt Rogers. Russell, too much violent death this week. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Garth? Happy freedom. Interesting, Deborah. I'll have to look into that. I won't be able to play it until Saturday, but I will look into that because I didn't know that happened. Patriot Dad, I think all the losers celebrating need to get paid a visit. Yeah, it's messed up. It's messed up. That's another reason why I'm trying to stay off the internet. I don't want to sit there and get all pissed off about people acting like what happened to Charlie Kirk was a good thing. I don't know. I never really heard anybody call in for bad things that happened to Biden or KJP or Jen Psaki or any of these other people, Chuck Schumer, all these people we can't stand. People can't stand them, but I don't hear people being like, yeah, let's watch them die in front of their family and everyone and then laugh about it. I don't have anybody telling me shit like that. Like, they're always talking about how it's the right-wing extremists. They were calling Charlie Kirk a white supremacist yesterday. They were like, he was assassinated, this white supremacist. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, how many non-white people did he hurt? None? Well, that's pretty weird statistics considering you think he's a white supremacist. Like, that's fucking stupid. Simply Witchy Tom McDonald did a good song in his memory. Interesting. I will have to check that out. Major media controls the narrative. Yes, they do. Mandy, they're literally demonic. Yeah, absolutely. Ghostly, we tried to make peace and unity, and the left killed the guy that just wanted to talk. They will not allow peace or unity. It's not an option. Yeah, and Charlie Kirk, we said this yesterday. Charlie Kirk was always advocating that as soon as we stop talking to each other, that's when bad stuff happens. And so he always wanted to keep the conversation open, and then they smoked him for it. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to see bad things happening to people, but at this point they made their bed. Whatever's going to happen is like, this is what you wanted. There was somebody out there that wanted to keep communication open, and you guys smoked him. So if there's no more communication, I mean, like, don't be surprised, if shit happens. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Guess in all fairness, a lot of left wingers are showing respect. The only person that I would consider that's a lefty that's showing respect to Charlie Kirk is Jeffree Star. I saw like a 4 or 5 minute video of Jeffree Star. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a man in a dress, but he's not so confused that he thinks he's a zebra or anything like that. He's famous for making makeup and doing makeup tutorials and a plethora of other things, but he knows he's a boy and all that shit. He makes sort of sense sometimes, but he was going on a rant or whatever during his live, and his chat was giving him shit or whatever because he was praising Charlie Kirk. And I saw there was someone else, there was somebody in Seattle who was doing the same thing. They were kind of getting blowback because they were talking about how Charlie Kirk was a good person and how Charlie Kirk inspired that woman to do what she does. And people were giving her blowback for that and stuff. So, I mean, I know that there's people out there, you know, speaking good about Charlie Kirk, even though they're a little left wing, but the ones that are thinking it's a good thing is insane. Because those people are the softest among us. You know, they can't handle their pronouns being spoken incorrectly, but they can handle somebody being shot in the throat in front of their kids. Like, I don't know. Guess Alex Jones was torn up. Yeah, I seen somebody saying that Alex Jones was saying that it was AI or some shit at first or something like that, and he pissed a bunch of people off. But when stuff like this happens, people get pissed off really easy. Yeah, Turbo. I know. There's a lot of people that keep pointing that spotlight at me as well. I don't know. I'm not big enough like Charlie Kirk is to where somebody's gonna get me. It's gonna be done quietly. It's not gonna be done in front of everybody. I don't know. It's either gonna happen in the parking lot when I'm walking to the car. Or it's gonna happen in Walmart. Otherwise, I don't really have a way to get at me. And Klaus Daniels, there you can't get Klaus Daniels. He's this guy is a mythical creature right here. Yeah, he's ungettable. He's gonna live a full life. Yeah, but I just can't believe all the tech. They can find every person who even smelled like they were at J6, but they can't figure out the shooter that was at a college in front of 1,000 or more people. Like, cameras everywhere. You can't figure this out. Like, I don't know. It just sounds like bullshit to me. It just all sounds like bullshit. It makes me upset. Guess I was angry, but Charlie Kirk would have been disappointed, so I will continue to push his mission. Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, we rated Pudge, I think their name is, yesterday, and they were talking about how, I mean, they didn't say it like this, but, like, Jesus wants you to forgive people that don't deserve it. They don't deserve your forgiveness, and you forgive them anyways. That's what the love of God is. You don't deserve it, but you get it anyways. And so, like, that's supposed to be, you know, a message. One of the messages, you know, that you're supposed to forgive people who deserve it the least, is because that's the love of God. And I don't know. I can forgive someone's soul, but I can't forgive their flesh. I just can't. I don't have it in me. Whatever that means is whatever it means, but that's how I am. Snooks, in my opinion, the FBI knows who he is. They're effing up not finding him by now. Well, I don't know. This feels very familiar, like when President Trump got shot at during the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's very much the same thing. Like, all this surveillance, all this security, all this, everybody's got a phone in their pocket. Some people got 2 phones in their pocket, but nobody knows what's going on. Like, it just doesn't make sense. There's just so much shit that don't make sense. Ghostly, God will have to change my heart for that to ever happen. Yeah. What's up, David? Happy freedom. Deborah is a professional hit. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that. But I don't know what kind of answers we're ever going to get. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom. For the Texan, yeah, this black dude was praising Kirk, and his chat started giving him shit, and he told his chat to fucking leave. Yeah. Yep. It's not okay to celebrate somebody being shot in the neck in front of everybody, especially his kids, because he spoke words you don't like. That's not white supremacy. Like, that is not a you can hate somebody because you don't like what they say, but to actually take their life over something, you know, that's so stupid. That's so stupid because everybody says stuff that nobody likes. Yeah, everybody does. There's somebody in the world that hates hearing you open your face, whoever you are hearing this right now. That's just the way we are. There's going to be someone out there that hates what you have to say. But that ain't a reason to go out there and murder somebody. What's up, Kirsten? Happy freedom. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are feeling that way. Philly Texan, Charlie had an open mic for every person, no matter the race or identity. Yep, absolutely. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom. What's up, Burn Pile? Happy freedom to you. We will get that shooter. My question is this for real? Who is their next target? Shapiro, Judge Janine, Supreme Court Justice? Well, I think that's why the universities are locked down right now. They don't explicitly say. They keep saying that they're receiving threats or there's potential threats and all this stuff, but I really think it's because the shooter hasn't been caught yet. Guess who? They have the Dallas killer in jail on immigration hold. Interesting. Yeah, guess who? I'm looking all that stuff up. What's up, Jose? Happy freedom. Joe, somebody or some dude was caught saying something is going to happen tomorrow. Interesting. Well, thank you for letting me know, Joe. What's up, Jacob? Happy freedom. Jacob, everyone is on a list. Good list, naughty list. Yep. Anakin. Much respect to Jeffree Star. I used to listen to his music when I was a young teen. It's really sad how many people hate him among his own community. Yeah. Well, it's when you get radicals. That's the thing, is like people in the middle just don't really care about shit. Like most normies are in the middle somewhere. That might be left leaning or right leaning, but when you get people who are like putting on a whole persona, those people are radicals, and they might be radicals in the making. They could be actual radicals that go and do bad shit on the weekends that none of us know about. But you can always tell when you question something that makes sense. It makes sense to question it, and they get all upset. That's how you know how far they're leaning, because there's too far. You can lean too far in either direction. You can tell when you start to question shit that just simply doesn't make sense, and they start to get all pissed because they want you to follow this narrative as if it's their god, and that's how you know they're getting a little too radicalized. What's up, Techno? Happy freedom. Killing people over something that they said is what hip-hop culture promotes and has corrupted the youth to be apathetic, along with all the other BS dumped into them. It's war on our kids. I mean, yeah, you could say that about rap music, but I don't think rap music is what killed Charlie Kirk. I think Charlie Kirk was killed over politics, and rap music isn't really about politics. What's up, Just Me? Happy freedom. What's up, Mike Khan? Happy freedom. Fluff Tube, yeah. Oh, goofy ass tube. So, Roy, happy freedom. We are all Charlie Kirk. Yeah, there's like a hashtag going around on X saying, I am Charlie Kirk. Chuck, happy freedom to you. I mean, I don't care if you guys want to talk about God, but the rapture's not even in the Bible. Just the rapture shit. I don't understand that. What's up, Smith? Happy freedom. Democrats are Marxists. Yeah, they're not really Democrats. Roy, 95% of my anxiety went away after I got off of anxiety meds, and I was on 3 different ones. Yeah, I don't take medicine, just antibiotics for my leg that aren't working. More proof that I ain't doing anything wrong by staying away from medicines. Man, I love your shoes. What are you talking about? What's up, Salty Alien? Happy freedom. Techno, the salt must flow today. Yep. I still don't hear conservatives like doing calls to action and shit. There's a lot of people mentioning that. They're like, you notice there's no riots? You notice there's no crazy shit on the internet, people saying they want to do bad stuff to lefties. Notice that isn't happening. Like, well, yeah, because most right-wing people are not radicalized like the news says. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. Appeal to heaven. There were hand signals given before the shot. I've heard a lot of people mention stuff like that. Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, Colorado high school shooting suspect identified by multiple law enforcement sources. This is actually a kind of a follow-up to a situation that we didn't cover because of the Charlie Kirk stuff. There was a school shooting yesterday, but like I mentioned earlier, it was eclipsed by all of the Charlie Kirk stuff. So it seems like all of this is solved. I imagine we might get a follow-up because not all the questions are answered, but we'll see. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
10:20 this morning, and we have a breaking news update on the shooting at Evergreen High School. 9 News Investigates has just learned the identity of the shooter. 9 News Investigates' Jeremy Hohola is joining us now with the latest details. Jeremy.
Yeah, hi there, Erica. We have just confirmed, 9 News Investigates has just confirmed within the last few minutes that the shooter's name was Desmond Hawley. We have been told that Desmond Hawley was 16 years old, and just to recap here, he is the shooter who shot 2 students at Evergreen High School yesterday, shot 2 students, and then eventually turned the gun on himself. About 7 o'clock last night, we got news that the shooter in this case died at the hospital, at St. Anthony's Hospital in Lakewood, and we now know that shooter is 16-year-old Desmond Hawley. We also understand that law enforcement did execute a search warrant at a home in the area near Evergreen yesterday. And this investigation obviously is going to continue for many, many weeks, many, many months. And there are still a lot of unknowns. But at this point, we have the identity of the shooter, and that is a 16-year-old boy. As for the 2 other students, we do understand as of this morning, one remained in critical condition, and the other student has been released from the hospital. From what we understand, each of those students suffered with gunshot wounds. So we will continue working on this story, and we'll hopefully have more information as the day progresses. Erica, back to you.
Anyways, like I said, we didn't get a chance to cover that yesterday. But it seems like most of these problems solve themselves. They're saying the shooter is 16 years old. He shot 2 students and then shot himself. The shooter died later on at the hospital. One victim has been released from the hospital, and the other one is still in critical condition. In another video, they were saying that they don't have a motive yet and that they haven't found anything on his social media in relation to any of this. They're saying that they're going to be getting warrants to search his house, and we'll see what they find there. Like I said, I imagine that'll be the only follow-up video we'll have, as if they find out these few details here. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Cerebrus, and it's titled Proof the Earth is Not Flat. It's coming up next, but first we're gonna hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this school shooting that happened in Colorado. Russell, that's horrible. Mental health is a problem. Yeah. They don't want to fix it, though. It doesn't seem like they want to fix it. Matt Rogers, I asked my son what the chatter on campus in Oregon State about Charlie. He said it's about 80% in support of Charlie and 20% celebrating. One person posted about a party, and the comments were all hoping that the poster finds peace. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people can celebrate it without like being targeted, or without at very least feeling like a piece of shit. Hair Juicer, there was a private plane that took off right after the shooting, illegally turned off the transponder, and then returned to the airport 5 minutes away from the school. Interesting, hair juicer. I haven't heard that yet. Russell, today has been a day filled with emotions for me. Yeah, I could imagine. Hair juicer, that's what happens when you name your kid Desmond. You know, I think it's really funny because I think the way you're named affects you for some reason. Like, every once in a while, you'll come across somebody where they tell you their name and you're like, oh, like, I never would have thought your name was that. But other people, you'll see them and they're like, hi, I'm Dan. And you're like, you look just like a Dan. And like, this, I really think it affects you a certain way. It's like you grow into your name. Matt Rogers, if you're gonna, yeah, you know, now I'm thinking about it, I can't say this out loud because of Twitch and YouTube. But you're right though, Matt Rogers. Appeal to heaven. I saw some evil shit on TikTok about Charlie Kirk, people celebrating death. Wait till it happens to them. Yeah, exactly. Appeal to heaven. Elder Zoomer, I didn't sleep a wink last night. I was too mad. Yeah. What's up, Kea? Happy freedom. Maritada, get teary-eyed. Thinking about Charlie Kirk not teaching his son to be a man and walking his daughter down the aisle. Yeah. There's a video that somebody put together of like a, I don't know, like a compilation clip of Charlie and his kids hanging out and stuff. And I had reposted it and was like, some monster took these kids' dad away. Guess they need time to scrub Desmond's social media profile. Yeah. So what they do, first thing they do is wipe the internet. Doesn't sound like a pickup line from the youth. Nice shoes, wanna fuck? I wish it was that easy. People my age, they go to the bar and get fucked up and just find each other, and it's like, that's not appealing to me. For the Texan, did you see the shooter of Charlie had a shapeshifter and Antifa shit engraved in the mags like a school shooter? No, I'm not sure who you're referencing because they haven't found the shooter for Charlie Kirk. I'm trying to think though, because we did cover yesterday the kid making threats, and they were saying he had Columbine phrases on his loaded magazines, which is really weird because he's like a 13-year-old. And Columbine happened more than 20 years ago. I'm trying to think because the other active school shooter that was a shapeshifter had something engraved on his magazines too. But I don't remember if it was Columbine or not. And then, no, I haven't heard anything about this high school shooter having anything engraved on their magazines. But I've only seen a couple videos about it, but I haven't heard that yet. Appeal to heaven, yeah, we're gonna play the video here in a little bit. Okay, why are you saying that? My feed, happy freedom to you. The shooter of Charlie had inscriptions on his bullets. You mean when they found the rifle? Hair juicer. Vsauce did a really good video studying the correlation of people's names and traits. Interesting, hair juicer. I will have to look that up because I feel like there's a correlation. Piola whiskey, no pills. Yeah. Pretty much. TBD, your hair grows quickly. Did you say that to me yesterday? Somebody else said it to me yesterday. That must have been you. Why are you saying that? I don't think it grows that damn quick. Guess who? They think the Denver school shooter was radicalized by the group 764. Don't go down the rabbit hole. It's full of sick and twisted ideology from Austrian painter, something called T-maxing. Interesting. I haven't heard the last little bit, but I have heard of the 6-4 or the 764 group. I think Hair Juicer was sending me links for it so I could learn more about it. I got tabs that are still pulled up relating to it. Damon Walker, the censorship online is appalling and it should stop. The government needs to step in, at least the censorship, in my opinion. Damon Walker, SCOTUS ruled in favor of the government being the ones telling social media to do the censorship. So not only is the White House for it, but so is SCOTUS. They're never going to uncensor the internet. They're not going to. What's up, Shelly Babes? Happy Freedom. Deep State event. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. What's up, Amarain? Happy Freedom. Damon Walker, yeah, I know. I remember. What's up, Fresh Fowler? Happy Freedom. It's just that the YouTube chat is the last one to get read because it doesn't support us going live every day. It does not pay the bills. So that chat gets read last. Either way, we're going to move forward here. What's up, Otters? Happy Freedom. What's up, Fitzy? Happy Freedom to you. Let's see. Otters, clearly they haven't seen Nepal recently. Yeah, see, and I need to look that stuff up too because I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on there, but all this other stuff is going on and it's distracting me. Either way, like I said, next up we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Cerebrus and it's titled Proof the Earth is Not Flat. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open your browser, go to rumble.com, log in, come to the live, hop in the chat. And like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We got chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up real quick. This is our midlife break here. Load. There we go. Now, like I said, this was provided by Cerebrus. This is titled Proof the Earth is Not Flat.
Simple test. This is exactly how you can figure out if it's a flat earth. You can literally prove the earth is flat with just these few things. I'll show you how to make it. Super simple. Come on out here. We're on the 19th floor and that's key. And you also need to be able to see the horizon. Piece of paper, you're gonna roll it up. You're gonna make a tube. You need to secure the string in the very, very corner. That's key. If you, I don't know if you can see this. Come there, you're gonna be right in the corner. That's very important. So I'm taping it off really good. It's a bit windy. Hang on. Okay, if you bring the camera in here and just have a look. You can see it. Go right in there with the camera. See if you can get right in there. Hi. Yeah, the Earth's not flat, you fucking idiot. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys a really simple test.
There's the proof. Anyways, getting back into the news here. Next up, we got HBCU threats. Multiple universities on lockdown. Now, they claim that they're receiving threats, but like I was saying through the live, I think this is also related to the whole Charlie Kirk situation because they never found the shooter. So then they worry, is the shooter going to go to another campus? Which I highly doubt it because this was a targeted attack. But either way, they don't say that specifically. Some of these schools are saying that they did receive threats. Other ones are saying just out of caution they're doing this. But either way, multiple universities on lockdown. Hit that like button if you haven't already. and let's get into this.
We continue to follow a number of stories right here on Live Now from Fox, and I did want to transition to some breaking news into our studio as 5 historically black colleges and universities are now on alert after receiving threats. And I did want to share what each of these universities and colleges are sharing with the public right here. This is a social media post from Hampton University stating that the university has received notice of a potential threat and has ceased all non-essential activity effective immediately. They say the safety and well-being of our students, faculty, staff, and visitors remain our highest priority. All campus activities and classes are canceled today and tomorrow to include all athletic events and activities, and campus community is encouraged to conduct any meetings and remotely. So we are continuing to follow this. We also have a number of other tweets that I did want to share with you. This from Southern University and AMM College stating that this university also has received a potential threat to campus safety and is on lockdown. They say that the lockdown applies to the entire Baton Rouge landmass, which also includes Southern University Law Center, Agriculture, Research and Extension Center, and the laboratory school. They say if you are on campus, you should shelter in place until further notice, as the university is working with law enforcement agencies. We also have a number of other posts that we want to get to. This is from Alabama State University, as it has now canceled campus activities today, stating that the campus will be closed for the remainder of the day. Campus police, along with other law enforcement agencies, are actively clearing all buildings on campus. Once your building has been cleared, it says you will be permitted to leave only through the front entrance of your building. They say this is for your safety right there. So we are continuing to follow a number of other ones, including Virginia State University, stating that this university has received a threat to campus out of an abundance of caution. VSU rather remains on lockdown. Please continue to check for updates. And this final one that I did want to bring in, this is from Bethune-Cookman University, stating that due to a potential threat to campus safety, as a precaution, the university is currently on lockdown. All classes have been canceled. Students should return to their dorm rooms and shelter in place. All faculty and staff should head home, and those not on campus should plan to work remotely. Safety, they say, is our first priority, and we will continue to provide updates. So that is the very latest as we continue to follow all of these developments right here. We are working to gather more information just in terms of what these potential threats are, but out of abundance of caution, 5 different HBCUs are on alert after threats. This is a live look right here from Daytona. This is the area where Bethune-Cookman University is and now is currently on lockdown. So we did want to share the very latest with you, as 5 HBCUs are on alert after threats, many of them on lockdown, also canceling classes for today. And also we saw at least one of them canceling classes tomorrow as well, out of an abundance of caution. We are continuing to follow all of the very latest, and we, of course, will bring any additional information as it happens.
Okay. So like I said, multiple universities all on lockdown. Some of them received threats, some of them are just being cautious, and I still think all of this is in one way or another tied to what happened in Charlie Kirk, since that happened on a college campus. They're saying 5 historically black colleges, which I don't know why they had to say that. They're all on alert and after receiving threats. Hampton University received a threat, and all campus activity and classes are closed today and tomorrow. Southern University had also received a threat and is on lockdown, saying to shelter in place. Alabama State, the campus is closed today. Law enforcement is clearing all buildings on campus. Virginia State also received a threat and is on lockdown. Bethune-Cookman University is on lockdown, just out of caution. So they didn't receive a threat. They're just doing it to be cautious. Next up, we're going to play these 4 videos back to back. It all has to do with Charlie Kirk. First video is titled "No Evidence That the Shooting Suspect Was a Charlie Kirk Supporter Celebrating." which I think is a shitty title, but we covered a video yesterday where some asshole said that. Said, oh, this is probably just a supporter who was shooting off his gun to celebrate and accidentally hit Charlie Kirk in the throat. Well, that guy's name was Matthew Dowd, and he's been fired from his job because of that. They're going to be talking about that in this video. They're going to also be giving some details about what they think about the shooter and the situation itself. In the second video, it's President Trump talking about Charlie Kirk in a video he put out last night. Then the third video is FBI offering a $100,000 reward for the person of interest in Charlie Kirk's shooting. And then the last video is Representative Nancy Mace claiming you'll be murdered by a shapeshifter person if you speak out against them. Like I said, we're going to play all 4 of those videos back to back. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these multiple universities going into lockdown and all of that today. Russell, masturbation is an athletic activity. Have they banned that too? It's banned at school, Russell. Don't do it at school. Hair juicer is flat. That's so funny. I can hear it in my head. Russell Dowd is a dumbass. You're not wrong. Matt Rogers, melons crushing melons. Yeah, good stuff. Appeal to having $100,000 reward. Yeah, that's what is needed. I'll be back. Yeah. What's up, Obnoxious Guy? Happy freedom to you. Common Crush at my kid's school had a shooting threat today, so they had extra police there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just close schools today, just in general, because they haven't found the shooter, and obviously a lot of people are worried about what's going to happen next. Told to carry fear-mongering, bully tactics. Yeah, it is stoking fear for sure. Goth, okay, why do I think the college kids are doing the threats so there's no class? That's what I was kind of thinking too when I was listening to this video. Common Crush, I feel like we're about to have a civil war. No, we're not. I know everybody keeps saying that, but I haven't found one person yet willing to take a shot at National Guard or anything like that. Like, that puts everything in context. I don't know, I wish there was something along the way. Like when you wake up in a day or something like, hey, by the way, if you think there's going to be a civil war, have you heard anybody say they're willing to take a shot at the military? Because if not, then we're not talking about civil war. Because that's what will happen. We were talking about it yesterday. Everybody's mad and stuff. Nobody's done shit. So I don't know why people keep saying the Civil War thing. That's not going to happen. Because what will happen is some right-wing person will go attack some left-wing person. Now say it was a Civil War spark, right? Then we're talking a group of right-wing people attacking a group of left-wing people. Because everybody looks at this like it's right versus left. It's not. Civil War involves the government. You're fighting the government. So unless anybody's here willing to fight the government, then no, you're not talking about civil war. You're talking about being mad and placing that anger on lefties. That's not the same thing as civil war. Civil war is fighting the government. And so nobody's talking about that. So I wish people would get off the civil war thing. I've been hearing that bullshit since the lockdowns. I ain't even seen like 50 conservatives get together since J6 happened. So it's like, stop it. Stop it. It'd be nice if everybody could get along in a chat, and they can't even do that. So civil war? Nah, there's not enough unity for civil war. If civil war was to happen, I think it would happen on accident. I don't think it'd be like this. I think it could happen in a situation like what's going on in DC, or what they're talking about doing in Chicago, where the military's there. And then people unite to stand against the military, which will bring in more military, which would also bring in more Americans, because Americans don't want to see Americans getting shot down by military or anybody else. That could cause a civil war. Being mad at fucking lefties, that ain't going to cause a civil war. You could do some gang shit. Crips and Blood's been banging forever. So it's like, you could do shit like that, but it's not civil war. It's like not even kind of sort of the same. Not at all. I just don't have any patience for that stuff. I've been hearing it for a long time, almost 6 years. Every time something bad happens, people are like, oh, civil war. Nah, it ain't no civil war. Nah, not unless you're willing to watch your kids starve, or watch your neighbors shoot your kids, and nobody wants that. So it's like, don't ask for things you don't want. Nobody wants that stuff. We want everyone to do better. We want politicians to make laws that matter, or get rid of laws that don't. We want police to enforce the laws we already got, so politicians aren't inspired to create more laws. We want bad guys to be held accountable, so we don't have to want to do bad things to keep ourselves safe. Like, that's what people want. People don't want civil war. They say they want civil war. They don't. It's the worst of the worst. It's fucking awful. That's the end of the line right there. So it's like, it's, like I say all the time, people get mad and they say, I don't give a fuck. No, you're mad because you give a fuck. It's not that you don't care. It's that you care too much. You care so much that it's breaking you down. So don't tell people you don't care. You care. And the same thing with civil war. You wish people would do better. You don't really want to face off with the government, Just saying. What's up, Sherlock? Happy freedom. Techno bounty on the suspects up to 125,000. Interesting. They must really want this guy. What's up, James? Happy freedom. Yeah, we'll be talking about the man being beheaded when it comes up in the story. In like an hour. Alex, hooligans are white Massachusetts prison gang. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with us. Jay Spray, civil war nowadays would be right versus left versus military. Not good. Yeah, and the military would most likely protect the left, because they'd be the ones getting victimized for sure. They'd be, it's no question. Like, no question. They'd be getting victimized hardcore. Look at DC, right? When there was MAGA Million marches, it'd have Proud Boys, regular Americans, MAGA supporters, whoever the fuck lives in DC, it didn't have shit to do on a Saturday, versus Antifa. And they'd be like 30 dudes that smell like meth and shit. Right? And their buttholes loose. But as soon as shit starts going down, bam, police are protecting Antifa, which are domestic terrorists. Not protecting Proud Boys from being stabbed in the streets, which we had to watch that. Not protecting regular Americans and shit who are being attacked by these people dressing up as ninjas and all of that. No, the police protect Antifa because they're the victims. Because they're the ones who are, they're troublemakers. They come and start trouble and you start whooping their ass and they blow the whistle for the police. And that's what would happen. Right-wingers go out, they attack the left, the government shows up to protect the left, then you're facing off with the government, right? That's civil war. It's no good. Nobody wants it. Matt Rogers, in my opinion, conservatives are not rising up because we'd actually get arrested and the liberals get away with murder. Yeah, Matt Rogers is true. But right-wing people also have shit to lose. Left-wing people don't. They don't own shit. Everything they got, it was given to them for free. They didn't work for anything. So it's not like they had to earn something and now they have to protect it or they're worried about losing it. And I think that's why lefties are a lot more easy to engage in violence and be destructive and stuff, is they don't have anything to lose and they've never earned anything in their life. So they don't understand how hard you had to work to get the things that you have. That's why they think the things you have should be theirs too. It's because they don't understand what it's like to work for anything, to earn anything. Totally carry cracking me up. Southern England is bullshit. They're trying to make it a race thing. Yeah, it's true. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Let me see. Like I said, we're going to play these next 4 videos back to back. It's all related to the Charlie Kirk situation. We're going to hear all kinds of stuff. And the only good part of it is that the guy who was talking shit and said, well, it was probably a Kirk supporter waving his gun around, shooting in celebration, and accidentally caught him in the throat. That piece of shit actually got fired, so that's the only good news we have today. But either way, we're going to start off with this first of 4. This is titled No Evidence. Shooting suspect was a Charlie Kirk supporter celebrating, which they're just talking shit about. Matthew Dowd. That's who said that, by the way. Anyways, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
In the information vacuum following the September 10th shooting of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, theories about the shooter's identity and potential motives circulated widely. About an hour after the shooting, before Kirk's death was announced, political commentator Matthew Dowd suggested during an MSNBC broadcast that the shooter could have been a Kirk supporter.
We don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this.
The shooter remained at large even as we filmed this video the morning after Kirk was assassinated. But there is no evidence the shooter was a Kirk supporter or someone celebrating. Federal and Utah authorities said the shooter fired a single shot from a high-powered bolt-action rifle that was later recovered in a wooded area outside the Utah Valley University campus where Kirk had been speaking at the time of the shooting. A university spokesperson said law enforcement believes that the shooter fired from a roof of a building about 150 or 200 yards away from Kirk.
As to the community, I can tell you that this was a targeted event.
Officials said they were able to track the suspect's movements for at least 20 minutes before the shot was fired. They referred to the suspect as, quote, college age. Dowd was fired later on the day of the shooting for his comments that also included statements about Kirk using, quote, hateful words that lead to, quote, hateful actions. MSNBC and Dowd both issued apologies for the rhetoric. Facts aren't always clear when news is breaking. PolitiFact is working hard to get you facts as the story unfolds.
Okay, so we got 3 more. Like I said, they're providing some details there about the Charlie Kirk situation, then also talking about Matthew Dowd getting canned because he's an idiot. We're going to keep moving forward here. Next up, we got President Trump speaking about Charlie Kirk. This is titled To My Great Fellow Americans. President Trump released this last night. Twitter is where I found it, but I'm sure he released it on multiple platforms. Either way, let's get into this.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the 2 young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
All right, President Trump there speaking about Charlie Kirk. Like I said, he posted that at 9:15 last night over on X. Let's see. Next up, we got the third of 4 videos before we hop in the chat. Next up is FBI offering a $100,000 reward for person of interest in Charlie Kirk's shooting, and a hooligan had just mentioned in the chat that it's up to $125,000 now. Let's get into this.
The FBI is now enlisting the public's help in identifying a person of interest.
Yeah, the agency's Salt Lake City unit put out this post asking for tips about the man you see in these photos. And now they're offering a reward of up to $100,000 for information that leads to an arrest. Let's talk about the release of these photos, because earlier this morning, the FBI was saying they weren't going to release anything unless they felt they needed to.
I think there were 2 things in not releasing the photos earlier this morning. One, they truly wanted a vet to make sure that they had the right person that they're looking for, that they wanted to link the person in the photos to the person on top of the roof that they wanted to talk to. I think then they wanted to try to see if they could use their own resources to identify this person. Then they decided, okay, we're going to have to open up this to the public.
Okay. Get into our 4th video here before hopping in the chat. This next one is Representative Nancy Mace. She's talking about a plethora of things, all related to the impact of what happened to Charlie Kirk. We're going to cover this, and then we'll be hopping in the chat.
There was an invisible line that was crossed in the last 48 hours when you had the video of the young white girl on the train in Charlotte, the Ukrainian, Irina Zarutska, murdered in cold blood, and nobody did anything. And then we have Charlie Kirk 24 hours later. He was so vocal. And the media, you guys in the mainstream media, were attacking Charlie Kirk in the 24 hours before he was murdered, before he was assassinated. And I do think an invisible line was crossed yesterday, and I am deeply concerned for my safety. I just got off the phone with the Sergeant at Arms. I'm deeply concerned for, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, any elected official across the country, if you are vocal, your life is at risk. And I have to deal with children who think they're going to be murdered at school. I have to deal with employees right now who are afraid to come to work. I am one of the most vocal, you guys in the press call me the most transphobe member of Congress. Turns out that there were transgender, anti-fascist things that were engraved in the ammunition and in the rifle that was apprehended and found. I will not be doing any outdoor events anytime soon. We will not be doing any public events anytime soon until we have a better handle on greater security controls. I have local police right now sitting outside my offices in South Carolina to be a deterrence. I have pro-tranny protesters at my offices protesting every week. I like going outside in the heat and offering them food and water and having a colloquy, having a conversation that is peaceful. I'm not able to do that right now. I'm not even sure I can keep my personally owned vehicle right now because my Attorney General, Alan Wilson, if you're watching, you're a piece of shit. You posted my personally owned vehicle online, plates and all, just a week or two ago. And I'm afraid to even drive my own vehicle at this point. And we'll see. I just got off the phone with Sergeant Arms, and they're providing more security protocols and advice for our office, and we'll be taking those very seriously. And I hope every elected official across the country, regardless of your politics, I hope that we all will take this seriously because lives are in danger. You'll be murdered by a pro-tranny person if you speak out against them, and that's wrong, and it's got to end, and enough is enough. I'm going to double down on my beliefs. I'm going to double down and be more vigilant than I've ever been because this shit stops now. Enough is enough.
Are you satisfied with the leadership here and how they're taking this seriously?
We'll see. I've made inquiries with the leadership yesterday afternoon. I spoke with the Capitol Police and the Sergeant at Arms this morning, the Capitol Police yesterday. Sergeant at Arms was very good. I literally just got off the phone with them 10 minutes ago. It's not enough. So we have the new $15 million, I guess it was a plan for August and September. It's only $5,000 a month for those here in Congress who are very vocal and are more well-known than others. $5,000 is not much. I'm not personally rich, so we are taking different safety precautions. I'll start carrying again when I'm back home, and when I'm allowed to carry where it's reciprocal in other states, I will have a firearm on my person all the time, and I will have security. I haven't had to do that in a long time, but this is, if you have a difference of opinion from the left, they want to kill you. That is a fact, and that's the way you all should report it. Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He was murdered for his beliefs, and this is a guy, you guys in the Democrat Party want a national conversation. Charlie Kirk literally had a peaceful national conversation. That is the movement that he created, and he loved it when kids would come to his events and would have differing opinions, and they would peacefully have a debate. Not even a debate, I would call it a colloquy. I would call it a conversation that we could have. And he made kids who were Democrats, who were on the left side of the aisle, he made them better debaters because he was a great orator. He was good with facts. He was educating people from all walks of life, and he was murdered for doing the very thing you Democrats want us on the Republican Party side to do. And I'm done with it. I'm done. It cannot go on anymore, and we've got to be more vigilant than ever. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, so lots of different videos there. Hold on a second, I had to boost the volume of that because it was so quiet. There we go. Anyways, next up we got Dallas motel beheading. Victim was running for his life before suspect killed him, a witness says. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about all that stuff related to Charlie Kirk. First, they were saying that Matthew Dowd was the person in the clip suggesting that it may have been a supporter celebrating with his gun that shot Charlie Kirk. He had also said about Charlie Kirk that hateful words lead to hateful actions. MSNBC fired him for it. Then they go on to talk about federal authorities say that the shooter is college age, fired one round from a high-powered bolt-action rifle. They found the rifle in a wooded area outside of campus. They believe that he fired from the top of a building about 150 to 200 yards away. Officials saying that they were able to track the suspect for 20 minutes before the shots were fired. Then we covered President Trump talking about Charlie Kirk. And then the third video, they were showing the newest suspect, saying that they're offering $100,000 for information that leads to an arrest. Last night, Kash Patel was telling everyone that they had the suspect, but I guess he was wrong. I don't know, maybe should have double-checked on that before getting everybody's hopes up. I'm pretty disappointed with Kash Patel at this point. Pam Bondi and all those guys, they love attention, but that's about it. Then in the last video there, Representative Nancy Mace was talking about the impact of what happened yesterday and how an invisible line has been crossed. She won't be doing any outdoor events anytime soon. People are afraid to come into work. She's getting security and is afraid to drive her own car because her vehicle and plates have been doxxed. She's talking about carrying a gun, which they should all be carrying a gun anyway, especially because they're elected officials of America. It's our right. They're supposed to kind of, lead by example and all of that. They should already be carrying guns. Anyways, like I said, next up we got the beheading video that you guys have all been waiting for. But first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about all the Charlie Kirk information. Russell, D when done. Yeah. Snugs, I don't feel good about Trump going to the Yankees game tonight. I didn't realize he was supposed to be going to the Yankees game. Russell, trans is a huge problem in this country. Yes, it is. People that are crazy that we know are crazy, and then we do whatever they say. Like, who decided those rules? Russell, it's 100,000 from the FBI and 25,000 from a friend of Charlie. Well, that was nice of them. Hopefully they can actually figure out who the shooter was. What's up, Son Tripod? Happy freedom. Yep, you're totally right. Major, what is one thing that Cash, Dan, or Bondi has done? Nothing, as far as I can tell. They haven't done anything. They enjoy being interviewed. They enjoy being on TV. They enjoy standing on stage next to President Trump. Outside of that, I haven't seen them do anything. A lot of talking. A lot of promises. So Bill Tong, happy freedom to you. So B Money, happy freedom to you. Otters, they fired him because they lost the narrative that the right is the bloodshedders. Yeah. Well, then I think they were probably worried about blowback because he's talking all that shit, and obviously people on the right are going to be pissed off about what happened. And so maybe MSNBC was like, we better get rid of this guy before they storm the castle here. Patriot Dad, you think Nancy Mace is hot? She's fiery, I know that. Goth, Charlie would have been president one day. Definitely was a possibility. He knew what he was talking about. That's why he was willing to go out there and debate as heavily as he was, because he knew what he was talking about. Texan, what a fucking tard. I know, I can't believe that he said that. It was like the second or third video we played yesterday. Hair Juicer Tim Pool canceled all of his events because of Charlie. Coward. Yeah, I saw a lot of people on X talking about how they weren't going to do their show today because they were all, I don't know, because of how they felt about Charlie and all of that. Guess so many dumbasses being fired here for stupid comments. They get those, I guess they're reporters, get them all gassed up and used to talking shit, and then when somebody dies, they don't know how to turn it off. And threw some stupid shit in the general chat of Discord. If anyone needs a laugh after the stream, good stuff, Dutton. Viola, I'm so out of the news loop. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing good ever happens in the news. What's up, Mr. Not Here? Happy Freedom. I think Charlie knew it was coming eventually. I mean, I don't know. I think that when these guys step out on stage, they know. At any one of these events, it could be the last time they ever walk out on stage. What's up, Starn? Happy Freedom. TBD, we are not the violent side unless provoked. It's true. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Winks? Happy Freedom. What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Bobby Johnson? Happy Freedom. What's up, Buckeye? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Edens? Happy Freedom. Bobby, new name. FTC, the fascist trans cartel, should be labeled terrorists. They need to be locked away. I mean, everybody knows they're mentally ill. Otherwise, why would they do anything that they do, right? The bathrooms, the women's sports, the shootings, the anything and everything, the pronouns, the shitting in litter boxes. How much evidence do they have to provide before people believe them? They're mentally ill, severely. They're aware. We're aware. Like, bring on the consequences of those activities, you know? How many people got to die before everyone wakes up to the bullshit? What's up, Tara? Happy Freedom. What's up, Linda? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Tony Ridge? Happy Freedom. What's up, Stone Cold Killer? Happy Freedom. What's up, Sage Pup? Happy Freedom. Rumble won't let you chat. I heard that's the third or fourth hooligan I've heard that Rumble's giving him shit today. I wonder what is going on. What's up over it? Happy Freedom. Anna Kim's. I'm wondering where hooligan comes from and why that was chosen. Of what? Like the word itself, like where it originated? It's a passion. Happy Freedom. What's up, Cadillacs? Happy Freedom to you. Totally care Jeff has raccoon eyes today. Do I? I think it's just the lights. I didn't sleep any more or any less than I normally do. Nana, are you feeling okay? You sound like you feel bad or really tired. I don't know. This is a normal day. It's a normal day. I don't know. I try not to tell you guys how I feel because it just make y'all upset. But no, it's a normal day. Hair juice of the Rumble chat has sucked for a week or two. I wonder what's going on with it. Biltong, yeah, that would be awesome. My feed, President Trump is at the game right now. I did not know that. Go say, I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing to say about what's going on. We just have to endure it. Anna Kim's, why do we call ourselves hooligans? Because in the beginning, everybody was, well, we were all covering the George Floyd riots. And so a lot of people in the chat had a lot of different opinions. And we had a need for a lot of different mods. We had like 15 mods at one point because people were out of control during the lockdowns. And one day I referred to everyone as a bunch of hooligans because that's what my grandma used to call me and my sister when we were kids. And I was raised by my grandma. And everybody kept bringing it up for 4 or 5 days after I had mentioned it. And so then we just decided to call ourselves Hooligans. But it doesn't have anything to do with some random prison gang in Massachusetts. It also doesn't have anything to do with soccer in Europe or white supreme pizzas in Germany, who all decided to use the same name. Hooligan is not a copyrightable word. It is public. It is a public word. So I didn't have to worry about using hooligan as branding because you can't copyright it. But it doesn't have anything to do with any of the negative stuff. Proud Patriot Girl, you have a different tone in your voice today. I don't know. I just try to do the best by you guys. That's it. I don't know. If I change, it's because I think that it'll make the live better. I don't know. When I tell you guys I can't afford to fucking eat, okay? Like, I mean that shit. And I literally sit here and watch tutorials on public speaking and all kinds of stuff because I try to make this the best live you guys have ever seen. Because I will sit here and starve to fucking death until we make this a success. And so that's it. Well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate it. Plus, quick, we all have a different tone today. I agree. Happy freedom to you. Goth, remember the other night I typed cock into the feed and Rumble booted me off for 15 minutes? No. I remember, I think we were on Handy News and we were talking about you can't type cock in the chat. And that's when I realized you couldn't do it because I thought you could. But you shouldn't be getting, what do they call it, timed out over it. And I think there's only 2 mods on Rumble. Most of the time they're never even there. And when they are, they don't suspend people or anything like that. They're just there. I tried back, Frank. Thank you. See, all of you guys, well, you guys kind of saying it. David, you guys can't say, it's something about the censorship in the chat. On Rumble, if you type cock, it'll erase your message and not tell anybody about it. I guess. Oh, I love you guys too, Cadillacs. Russell, somber day, somber tone. That's right. Well, I'm happy to have you, Cadillacs. Major Cack. Like you're from Boston. This is Cack. What's up, JF? Happy freedom to you. GBD, where's Klaus? He was flopping around on the floor. He might be going staring at birds right now. If I see him, I'll snatch him up. No worries, Anakims. We're not bad hooligans. Proud Patriot Girlie start covering true crime that makes money. What are you talking about? Like cops? Wait, it sounds like Jeff to me. I don't know. It sounds like Jeff to me too. I don't know. Nobody's happy today. Just take it out on me, I guess. Like I said, next up we got the video you guys have been waiting on. Dallas motel beheading. Victim was running for his life before the suspect killed him. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, that our friend Larry could really use your help. Larry is in need of a kidney transplant, and he's recently been going in and out of the hospital with all kinds of health issues. When he told me about it, I put together a page for him on the website. It has all of his details, his information, links, and his whole story there on the website. If there is any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward into this crazy story about this illegal who was arguing with his co-worker over a broken washing machine, and then he went and cut his head off in front of everybody out at the motel in the yard. Good stuff. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Move now to the latest in another breaking story we've been following all day long. Also a tragic one. A witness just told us a man was running for his life before a suspect beheaded him with a machete.
This story is extremely disturbing, and we need to warn you that some of the details you're going to hear may not be appropriate for young viewers. This all happened this morning in the parking lot of an East Dallas motel just off I-30 near Samuel Grand Park. Our Cole Sullivan has been on the scene since minutes after the attack. Cole, police tell us they do have a suspect in custody here.
And Dia, they arrested that suspect just about a block from where I'm standing up the road here. We saw a machete on the ground in the parking lot where they arrested that person. But the attack happened here at the downtown suites. It unfolded just after 9:30 this morning, police say, and this is the scene earlier today when police arrived here on scene. A witness I talked to said this was an argument that started out loud between two men in the parking lot of the motel when one of the people, the suspect, went inside a motel room and came back out with a machete and began slashing the other man. That victim started running for his life, the witness says, and nearly made it to the motel office before he slipped and fell, and the suspect caught up with him.
That's when he got over on the top of him, and then he hit him again, hit him on the foot. Then he trying to split. He was going to go vertical, and he was going to try to split his head. But I guess he changed his mind on that, and then he started just whacking at his neck.
That witness, who did not want her face shown, says that she believes that the suspect hit the victim more than 50 times with the machete. Police say that he died here on scene, and the witness says the suspect never said anything throughout that attack. Dia.
Cole, what do we know about how police were able to catch the suspect?
Police gave a little bit of information at a briefing earlier this afternoon. They say that they were able to get that suspect because they had officers already in this area proactively patrolling. They were on scene within minutes. They arrested him, as I said, about a block from where this attack unfolded. They say, a witness I talked to say that they drove past just before that happened and saw a man who appeared to have blood on him in the parking lot of a beer mart just up the road. Police say that they haven't released the name, I should say, of that suspect yet, but police say they expect to bring serious charges, as you would imagine, against him. Dia.
All right, our Cole Sullivan reporting for us live on another tragic situation today. We appreciate that. Stay with us for continuing coverage on both of.
Okay, so a little beheading going on there. They're saying that this happened in Dallas at 9:30 in the morning. There was an argument between two men in the parking lot of a motel that allegedly began over a broken washing machine. This information is from the video and from a Google search all together, so you're going to hear a mix of information, but that's where all this info came from. They were arguing over a broken washing machine. They were also co-workers. One of the guys grabbed a machete from one of the motel rooms. He came back to the parking lot and began slashing the other man. The victim ran towards the motel office, but he slipped before making it, like a horror movie. The man with the machete struck him multiple times. The witness says that she believes that he struck him more than 50 times. The man with the machete was seen up the road in a parking lot of a beer mart with blood on him. They have the person with the machete in custody. He's facing capital murder charges. Brave also says that during the assault, the man with the machete paused to search the victim's pockets. He took a cell phone and his key card. It also says that after decapitating the man, the suspect kicked the head into the parking lot and then later placed it in the dumpster before he was arrested, and he is here illegally. Next up, we got Lefty's Losing It, and it's titled "The Left is Celebrating Charlie Kirk's Murder." It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this beheading in Dallas. Matt Rogers, really, dude? He died? No shit. That's what happens when your head gets cut off. Yeah, Matt Rogers. I don't know why the reporters talk the way that they do. I have no idea. Like, the man died. Oh, yeah. 10-man kicked his head. Damn, I know. These illegals are monsters. I keep saying it. They are monsters. They will stab us with a smile. And then the news will cover it all up. Yes, according to the witness, the suspect wanted head. He got it, but once he got it, he didn't know what to do with it. Guess I'm Jasmine Crockett's district. Yeah, and you just reminded me, speaking of dumb, loud women, AOC was out there talking about how we need to pass more gun laws and shit like that because of what happened to Charlie Kirk. It's because we don't have enough gun laws. I don't know. If she like tripped and fell on her face, I wouldn't be mad about it. What's up, Minnie? Happy freedom. Beck Frank, monsters everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. God, the people next door to me are doing yard work with machetes. Well, I wouldn't go outside if I was you, Goth, because that's not how you do yard work. I wouldn't trust that at all. Deborah, that's just sick. No one has coping skills anymore? Well, I mean, the guy was here illegally, so he's not at all like any of us. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom. If I can get you all ready. What's up, Janet? Happy freedom. Janet, hopefully there's no video of that because the video shooting for Charlie Kirk was hard enough. Yeah. No, I don't have a video on that. I didn't think about going to look it up. I might now, but you guys aren't going to see it. Pilled Evans, getting crazy. Y'all strap up. Should have been doing that. We're born American. Like, they should just hand us a gun when we're born. Like, here you go. Congratulations. Beck Frank, try machete drop boxes. Totally worked here. Not. What is a machete drop box? Is that like a gun buyback? You just go and take your machetes back? Jesus loves us. They make you turn your guns in, then afterwards they make you turn your machetes in. That shit'll never happen here. That's fucking crazy. Kaya, this makes Baby Buddha sad? I believe it. Oh, we're trying, Goth. Not trying to make light of the situation, but trying to keep moving during this catastrophe that's going on. Imagine cutting somebody's head off because the washing machine's broken. What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy freedom. Ghostly Air Force 2 flying Kirk and his family back home now. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know, Ghostly. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom. Viola, don't talk about saltines. What saltines was I talking about? Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for gifting subs over on Twitch. You're a badass, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much for the support. It's awesome. Thank you, Southern Eagleman, for the bits. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Stern, just heard CBS say the law knows the name of the shooter. I'll look that up in a second. I wonder if it's just the name of the person in the photo or if they actually caught the guy. Techno, they have knife drop boxes in the UK. That's crazy. I've never heard of that. What's up, Parabellum? Happy freedom. Oh, thank you, Proud Patriot Girly. Guess some wife cut my head off years ago. I wasn't going to say anything, but it does sound like something a woman would do. You know, you didn't fix the washing machine. You didn't put the dishes away. Just hack your head off. Everybody on the internet would celebrate it. They'd be like, that's right, girl. Cut his head off. He should have washed those dishes. Fucking can't stand that mentality. Not at all. Not at all. Cannot stand it. There's a reason I got a Klaus and not a girlfriend. Either way, next up we got Lefty's losing it. The left is celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder because they're a bunch of pieces of shit. I'm going to go ahead and get into this. as soon as Rita will show up. I think she's doing her hair differently now. Either way, go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
And it's time for Lefty's Losing It, and tonight's edition of Lefty's will feature some of the ugliness, some of the utter depravity that has followed the murder of Charlie Kirk, a thoroughly decent, principled man brutally murdered today, and the soulless ghouls of the left were quick to celebrate.
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Well, breaking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the Fantast's favorite 5-mile-wide mouthpieces, Charles Chuckle Kirk.
And sadly, the vile left has not been shy about showcasing their ugliness, their utter callous depravity. This is what leftism does to your mind and soul.
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed. How do you feel?
Happy. Goodbye.
Wow. Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Wow. That's good. That's good that people are getting shot just off a political view?
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed today. We're just getting people's opinions. How do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it. And that's how I feel at this point in time. But
You know, I appreciate your honesty. I truly do. So you said someone had to do it.
yes. Try not to get all pulled up into that, but he was a misogynist. He was a disgusting person with disgusting beliefs.
Enough of that trash. Let's look at how the media professionals covered this tragic event, this act of domestic terrorism. Here is MSNBC.
In which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, to emphasize what you just emphasized, we don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea.
Yeah, pretty sure we knew immediately it wasn't that. Charlie Kirk supporters don't go around shooting their guns in celebration like they're attending some wedding in Iraq. And of course, MSNBC had to engage in victim blaming by calling Charlie divisive.
Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure, polarizing, lightning rod, whatever term you want to use. Why?
Well, he's one of MAGA's most prominent voices online. He hosts a near daily podcast.
But that was just stupid. What I'm about to play you is straight out depraved, disgusting commentary. This is Matthew Dowd again on MSNBC, not long after Charlie was shot.
He's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
That was so vile, so hateful and frankly deranged and dangerous that even MSNBC had to take some action, and they've sacked Matthew Dowd, but it's MSNBC. He may be back before the end of the month. And the asinine commentary wasn't restricted to commentators on MSNBC. Governors joined in. Here is the rotund governor of crime-riddled Illinois, blaming President Trump, the man Charlie Kirk worked tirelessly to re-elect. Governor Pritzker blames Donald Trump for fomenting political violence.
Political violence, unfortunately, has been ratcheting up in this country. We saw the shootings, the killings in Minnesota. We've seen other political violence occur in other states. And I would just say it's got to stop. And I think there are people who are fomenting it in this country. I think the president's rhetoric often foments it.
Did that nincompoop really mention the Minnesota shooter, the trans-identified lunatic who shot children in a Catholic school and wanted to kill Donald Trump? Yeah, it's Trump who was almost killed by an assassin's bullet who is to blame for leftist violence, not these lefties losing it.
He insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take you behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
That's it right there, pulling up. I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
President Donald Trump has called the murder of Charlie Kirk a dark moment for America.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college.
All right. So that is Lefty's losing it there. We already saw those Trump videos. So that does wrap up the news for the day. We are going to get into the fun stuff. We actually have an unboxing. I almost forgot. Then, of course, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner and is titled Cockchua. And then our official funny video of the day was provided by Sly Dog and is titled It Was Still Pretty Funny. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about Lefty's losing it. Calax, when do you hear about the shootings in Iowa? Are you talking about the Naval Academy thing? I don't know where that is. That's in Maryland. I don't know. I see all that stuff going on. We'll have to talk about it tomorrow. Guess some. Thanks for pissing me off. Yeah, I know. That's what everybody's saying. It's a problem with covering the news. May the spider bite your ass. Well, thanks, guess some. Half the stuff I can't read out loud. Cadillacs fire them all. Shut down MSDNC. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing good is coming out of there. Sam dropping a spider in the chat. Beck Frank, more stuff for Jeff to send back to me and my Skyrim obsession. Yes, Beck Frank. I'm opening all your gifts for you. Relax, Rita's the goat. She is the goat. Done. Reopen the asylums and fill them with shapeshifters and far left loonies. Yeah, they need to do it like yesterday. Otters. Maxine Waters needs to be in prison. I know, every time she opens her face, she's inciting violence. I appreciate you being with us, Just Insane. Ghostly, multiple victims confirmed after a gunman opened fire at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. Yeah, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. I actually got like 6 or 7 videos saved for tomorrow just because we had so much news today that I have half of tomorrow's schedule already put together. And now this. Klaus is great at timing. I know, shows up right at the end. Just in time for the fun stuff. Truly Carey, Klaus doing the thing. Cass, did you gain castor oil? No, because I got this antibiotic, so I want to see if it works, but I don't know. I hope it does work because I don't want to go back to the doctor. That place is a joke. It's a big weave. Happy freedom. What's up, Radipus? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Love Tina? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tinks? Happy freedom. Charlie's words are even louder now. Absolutely. Alex, hi, fat boy Klaus. At first, I thought I was being called fat boy. I was like, Jesus loves us. Nah, he's a big fat cat. He'll be okay. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get into the fun stuff here. Like I said, we're going to do an unboxing really quick. And then we're going to be opening the advent calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day coming up. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see who sent me what. I don't think it's for me though. I think it's for the big Klaus Daniels here. Like I said, I don't know who sent this, but it's heavy. And the only time I get something heavy, yeah. You see what's in here? You see this? Oh, you got the money? I got the stuff. I got all the stuff. Look at this. There's nothing like 30 cans of the fancy feast, right? We just set that down. That wasn't enough apparently, because here's another 24 cans of the good stuff here. Who sent this to you, Klaus Jenkins? Let me see. Enjoy your gift, Klaus. You have a nice bed coming too. Hope it fits your apartment. God bless, from Donna Sparks. Holy, you're a lucky Klaus Daniels. Look at you with your 54 cans. Holy. Thank you so much, Donna Sparks. You're so awesome. Thank you. Look at this. Look at this. You are undeserving, I swear. You're the luckiest cat ever. Big boot. Don't get up, okay? Don't get up or anything. Jesus loves this. Anyways, thank you, Donna Sparks. I really appreciate you. All right, hooligans. Let's see what we get out of the advent calendar. It was sent by Beck Frank. Today is, just in case you guys haven't seen this, it's all cool in here. Today I think is day 5, maybe. And they're not in order, so I have to locate where the 5 is. That's an 8. 5, right? 4 was yesterday. Yeah, today is 5. What is it? What 'tis it? It's a magic wand. Not quite. That would have been interesting. 'Tis a pencil. What does it say? It says bad words on it. Oh, you guys can't see it because it's so reflective. It's got the elfish language on it. Very badass. Thank you so much, Beck Frank. I really appreciate you. Holy, got a nice little stash here. We're going to get into our funny videos. This first one was provided by Stoner. Give me a second here to pull it up real quick. Oh, I remember now.
Her name was...
Okay, full screen. Bam. This is our first funny video of the day. This was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Cockchula, or Cockchua. I think it's Cockchua. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get this rolling.
Cockchua. Her catchphrase was...
Chew on that thing! Oh, I love the gays. I'll chew on that thing. Chew on that thing? I can just chew on that thing. Whenever you want.
What does that mean?
Chew, chew.
I may never recover from that. Her name was Cockchua.
Holy. That's some rough stuff. Getting into our official funny video of the day there. This one is provided by Sly Dog. Let's get this one pulled up. All right. Like I said, this was provided by Sly Dog, and it's titled, It Was Still Pretty Funny.
You may have thought that was funny, but what if it was the other way around?
Yep, pretty funny. Holy, that's how they become shapeshifters while still on the clock. Anyways, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this Linktree link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in the chats. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Russell with the Hawk 2 in the chat. Yes. Stern, wow. I know. Alright, hooligans, there is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, we'd really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards that keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. We're going to read through really quick, and we got the pledge coming up, and then we're going to be rating out over on Rumble. Russell the nut shot. He got one in the front. He got one in the back. He wanted one in the front. He wasn't leaving without it. 10-man Fancy Feast makes cats fat. I had to put Trigger on a diet. It's like crack to a crackhead to him. That's how Klaus is. If I don't give him Fancy Feast, he will squawk at me all day. It'll be nonstop. He won't even let me go to sleep. Sam got Klaus's attention. Beck Frank, am I hinting hard enough? Will you say Skyrim pencil? Good for my Skyrim post-it notes where I make notes about Skyrim maps. Yes, Beck Frank. I hear you. I hear you. I appreciate you sticking with us, Rappy. Stern Tripod, dude, let himself take it in the balls for a stupid little video. He had a lisp, though, so I think he was flipping his wrists and stuff like that. I don't think he had much nuggets there to work with. Bobby, Vision. Oh, you're talking to Visions. My cat does the same. Do all of us have cats? What's up, Ohio Kyle? Happy freedom to you. Love Tina. My cats follow me to the bathroom too. It's the spot. See, I know why Klaus follows me to the bathroom, because I got a little space heater in there, because I like to be comfortable if I'm going to be sitting there for the next fucking hour, especially, you know, blood and all of that stuff. So I'd rather be comfortable, and he likes to just sit there in front of the heater. But yes, cats, they like to hang out in the bathroom. A little powwow. All right, hooligans. It is that time once again. If I could pull this up, bam. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. We're going to be raiding out over on Rumble. Let's see who we're raiding today. Oh, well, thank you, Nana. Appreciate you being here with us. Play ball. That's I keep forgetting that. We Are the Show is live. Mrs. Ma'am is live. Why is Right Side Broadcasting live? Oh, President Trump in the skybox. Sorry, I don't have the audio on. This is President Trump live in the Bronx. I don't think AOC's out there. He's over telling this fat guy jokes. President Trump, he's pretty funny, so, you know, I think it's all working out. Either way, figuring out who we're raiding over on Rumble before I get any more sidetracked. Holy. I think it's been a while since we raided We Are the Show, and they just started. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to raid We Are the Show. So let's do the thing. Goth, you need fiber. No, you don't. I got stuff wrong with me. I got Crohn's disease and all kinds of other stuff wrong with me. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and raid We Are the Show. Make sure you hooligans hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get this raid rolling.
Body in a puddle of blood. Hospital staff said Eon had suffered multiple broken bones and the majority of his flesh was damaged or missing. The park was shut down as officials consider euthanizing the attacking lions. The incident is being investigated by local police. Rankasamy had worked with the animals for 30 years and had been with the Bangkok Zoo since 2019. And welcome in Raiders. Thank you, Jeff Mack. Welcome into all you hooligans. Appreciate you guys over at the Jeff Mack channel. If you're not following Jeff Mack, you totally should be. He does the news, culture, and politics as well. A little bit of a different style, but always a good time over there. Cassandra Rumble, good to see you. Iraq Kimon, good to see you. For the Love of Otters, good to see you. Siren Pickle, Too Old to Care. The Elder Zoomer. Oh my God, so many people. Roy Dye 2021. Oh man, Raiders everywhere. I'm glad. I was just about to say that you guys raided just in time, just after all of my after my technical difficulties, but my technical difficulties are back in case you were wanting to see those. Lucky you, they happen to be back. I don't know how long this is going to last, if this is going to keep happening though, because it is super obnoxious and I've been trying really hard to get this working. Yeah, I tried to add in extra cameras, and apparently I have borked my entire setup. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, and we are going to roll with it. We are going to have a good time, and if you don't see my smiling face, well, then you're welcome. That is a bonus. Anyway, poor Rankasamy, ripped apart by the lions. My mouse cursor has disappeared as well, so I don't know what I could even do about this now. Oh, it's there. It's just frozen. Okay, good. Good. Well, don't know what we could really do about that. Why am I experiencing all of these terrible technical difficulties? Oh my God. How am I going to keep on track? Why is my mouse gone? Cursor's frozen.
Well, hopefully he gets that fixed. Good raid, you hooligans. I know what it's like to deal with some tech shit, and I know how frustrating that is. What a pain in the ass. I do like his little emoji guy here. I think we're going to take this. We're going to have to stick a Hooligan H on his t-shirt. We'll see if Alistair can customize this for us. That's one nice thing about Rumble's emojis is you can just steal them right out of people's chat, and there just isn't shit that can be done about it. It's fun. We did it to Rumble itself. How do you think we got Hooligan Santa? Anyways, you guys did fantastic. Another good raid there. I feel bad for We Are the Show, but man, these fucking tech problems, they get you. And when they get you all at once. That's how it goes. Either way, reading through really quick, we are wrapping this up, but we'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Hey, thanks for being here, 10-Man. 10-Man, Trump behind the bulletproof glass. Yeah. Thanks for being here, Sam. Thanks for being here, Livid Review. Oh, well, thank you, Gath. Oh, God bless you too, Elder Zoomer. Thanks for being here, Otters. Thank you, Patriot Dad. Otters, we should have rated a Lefty chat. Is there Lefty chats on Rumble? We might have to start doing that. That would be hilarious. Joe, I thought you pulled out a weed vape. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put it on camera. There's generally conservatives don't like weed or anything like that. So if we talk about weed and stuff, you'll watch people leave the chat and stuff like that. So no, even if I did have a cart on me, I wouldn't show it on the chat. It only hurt me. Delicate Flower, Happy Freedom. Where did this beheading happen and why? It happened in Dallas, and it happened over an argument about a washing machine not working, and the person who cut the head off the other was an illegal. Love Tina, Jeffy's a sweet thug. Well, thank you, Love Tina. Visions, need to do a live from Alaska. Go fish. I mean, that sounds pretty interesting. Why'd you type in roid rage, Cheeky Chops? Well, thank you, Anna Kims. Anna Kims, my cat always guards me as I potty. It's a good kitty. That's what they're supposed to do. Yeah, Delicate Flower. I know, it's pretty crazy times right now. Thank you, Rappy. I appreciate you being here with us. What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy Freedom. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we are wrapping this up, but we'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Let me see. No worries, Gath. No worries. I know you care, and I appreciate all the help, so thank you, Gath. All right, hooligans. Like I said, we are wrapping this up. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news. And thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's been a hard couple days and all of that, but still, like, we're still here. We still have to deal with life. And so that means that the whole point of life is to be happy without infringing on others. So find a way to go be happy. I know it's a hard time right now, but it's definitely what Charlie Kirk would have wanted. He would want us to be out there strutting. Fuck those lefties right in the face, you know, strutting out there. Don't let them see you cry. They're a bunch of bitches. Anyways, go out there and try and enjoy your day. Get yourself some good food. I'm going to try and do the same. But make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I think that's everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know. Be safe, you hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.